Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, fine. Kindly tell us your name and what institution you are coming from.
Okay, so my name is Sayowa Mubita. I'm with Information and Communications University and also an agro researcher with the Zambia Research and Development Center, and also a member of ZAWAD, which is Zambia Women in Agriculture Research and Development.
All right, thank you very much. Could you kindly tell us what your expectations are for today's National Research Field Day here in Chilanga?
Okay, so it being a field day, research field day here in Chilanga, we expect, of course, to see new varieties, improved varieties that will help our farmers thrive even with the dry spells that we've had, the drought that we've had, especially this year, and build a resilient agro realm for Zambia. So for our students, like the ICU students that have come here, we hope they get to pick up one or two things, some new technologies that these companies and research institutes have come up with to help. And also we hope they get inspired to go the extra mile to help develop technologies that will help with the climate smart agriculture in Zambia. And also not only in the research realm, but also in the policy making, because it's one thing to do research and it's one thing to implement, because there are policies that also come up. The policy issue, most of the farmers don't even know policies that are there, but then if we can also work on making sure our farmers know what policies have been put in place and the repercussions for going against some of the rules and regulations that the agriculture sector has put up. If we look at issues to do with the cutting down of trees, that's a main component in causing these climatic changes that we are having. But then most of our farmers don't even know what's going to happen after they cut down those trees. They just know it's cutting down those trees and creating a livelihood. But then we're also hoping that these research and these developments that are being showcased here do not just end with the particular companies or research institutes, but get implemented in our various communities, so that our farmers have a different, rather an alternative to charcoal burning, an alternative to different issues that are to do with the climate smart agriculture, where conservation practices are improved, they're able to adopt. So we have to make sure we help push implementation and not just research, but implementation as well.
All right, speaking of policy and research, in what ways do you think collaboration between researchers, policymakers and farmers can accelerate the adoption of climate smart agricultural policies?
Okay, so first of all, we need the policymakers to engage the grassroots people. Let them send researchers in the fields and not just come up with the surveys that just include maybe universities and several other researchers, but let's delve deep by going on the ground to find out the exact problems that our farmers face. That's from small-scale farmers to large-scale farmers, because problems that are faced by the small-scale farmers are different from the ones that commercial farmers face. Commercial farmers have got big muscle money-wise compared to the small-scale farmers, so their problems are different. So you have to find right from the grassroots what impacts these ones and what impacts these, so that when we create these policies, we are able to cater for all and not just for a minority. And then afterwards, the policymakers are supposed to come up with the punishments for those that go off route. And those punishments should be big punishments, so that people do not say, no, let's say I cut down a tree, maybe I'm going to be fined 10 kwacha. What's a 10 kwacha? I like the move for where they're going to be arresting those that steal animals and not just ending on resolving issues and paying back. That's a very good move, and we hope to see more of such moves, even on a broader agriculture perspective.
All right, thank you very much. But before we let you go, today's theme is creating a competitive future through climate-smart agriculture and technologies. Could you kindly tell us how you believe climate-smart agriculture can contribute to food security in the face of climate change?
So, as we know, climate change is both man-made. It's mainly man-made. Most of the things that we humans do is what impacts and what drives the climate change. Burning, cutting down trees, deforestation. Those are the things that are leading to the climate change. But then coming up with climate-smart agriculture technologies is a game changer, because we will now have, let's take for instance, of course with the help of ZRDC, ICU is coming up with the technologies building biostimulants that help with the crop drought tolerance, and also organic fertilizers that you can incorporate to cut on costs for the farmers. And also we have hydroponics and aeroponic systems, agro systems that we are coming up. All these things are climate-smart agriculture technologies that will help water conservation and reduction on soil pollution, because synthetic fertilizers, of course, in the long run, it contributes to underground water contamination and land contamination. So coming up with all these climate-smart agriculture technologies will help us cut on the impact, the negative impact that we experience, and provide a food security for our people. We will not go hungry. We will not have issues whereby you have main news, people are talking about people eating masuku for lunch, but then there's soil that they can grow on.
All right, thank you very much, Sayowa, Mubita, and we wish you a happy National Research Field Day. Stay blessed.
Thank you. Good day.